Hello everybody, it's Blue Collar Nobody once again. I know not briefly, but I've done a lot of videos on credit cards and how to make them work for you and how to live high on the hog and etc. etc. For reference, I'm not going to go into it. I mean, pretty much if you want reference, you can go back to my past videos if you'd like. It's completely up to you. But let's say pretty much that, I don't know, you're not educated, you don't know how, you've dug yourself into a hole. Not deep, but deep enough to the point where you feel it every day when you wake up. You check your bank account every morning. Oh my God, what bills do I have to do? You're literally living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to get debt paid down, and you're not succeeding in the least. And it's stressing you out. It's bringing a lot of unwanted stress to your life. Well, this video is going to be how to get out of debt. Now, whether the debt came from you going on a spending spree and doing things that you shouldn't have done, which we have all done from time to time. I wasn't always so responsible with my own credit cards or my own debt. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. We're all human. But anyway, like I was saying, pretty much, let's say you have 3 credit cards. Okay, I'm not talking about debt like your mortgage and your car payment that you can afford if you went out and bought a car within your means that you can make the payments on, insurance, repairs, etc., etc. Talking about reckless debt, credit cards. Let's say you, I don't know, ran up $4,000 in a few months because you felt like it, or you just didn't see it creeping up on you, and it will do that. Credit cards will creep up on you quicker than anything. There was a time and one moment where I had about $11,000 in credit card debt. This was about 8 years ago, because I wanted to repair my bathroom, and at the time I was making a whole lot more money than I am now on my regular job because I used to work at an oil refinery. I took a stint off of auto body, but things happen. Me and my wife wanted to have children, so I got back into auto body full time. But the new bathroom with the materials that I did myself cost about $8,000, excuse me. And pretty much, I'm like, you know what, I make X amount of dollars per month, I can pay it off, no big deal, a month at a time. And I was making good payments, and I was knocking it out, coming way higher than the payment should have been. And I'm like, now what do I do? Well, I had 2 other credit cards too, and they weren't like high, they were a few grand a piece, which is a little bit of money, but it's not crazy debt. So my strategy was this, and this is for all you people out there that have dug yourself into a hole that you want to dig yourself out of and not be in debt to the banks paying their crazy interest rates or the credit card companies. Excuse me. Let's say you have 3 cards. One has $3,000, one has $2,000, one has $1,000. Regardless of what the interest rates are, the easiest way to get this done and out of the way, pretty much, if you have cash in the bank, which most likely if you're in this much debt, you probably don't. You're using everything to get these cards paid off, and they just keep on compounding on the interest and keeps on knocking you down every month. Pay the minimum on the cards that have the highest. So the $3,000, the $2,000 card. Whatever else you can spare on, let's say the one that has $1,000, throw everything you can at it. I don't care what you have to do, short of breaking the law. Pretty much get as much money as you can, get that $1,000 knocked out and gone. And that'll be the end of that. After you complete that first card, I mean, not to get a little psychological on you, but it does give you confidence. When your bills are getting paid, regardless of whether they're good debt or bad debt, pretty much you get confidence and you start to realize, I can do this. I can get myself out of this hole. I don't need any bank's help. I don't need any borrowing of anything. I got myself here. I can get myself out. And that's great. So next thing you know, the $2,000 one comes. So now your life's a little bit easier. Let's say the other one, the $1,000 one, was charging, I don't know, $70 a month in interest. So let's say you were making the payment of, I don't know, $400 in 2.5 months. You got that knocked out. Well, guess what? Instead of that $400 on the second credit card, now you're going to put, let's say, $470 down, because now you're not paying the interest on the first credit card, and that'll get knocked out quicker. So instead of it taking 2.5 months, maybe it'll take, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, because now you're putting a little bit more money down. But remember, it's $2,000, not $1,000, and then that's the end of that, and the $2,000 is gone after a few months. And as long as you watch your spending, don't eat out, don't do any stupid things, horrible, reckless purchases, unless obviously you have an emergency, your car breaks down, or I don't know, somebody needs medical fees paid, something like that, something you have to pay for, and that's fine. Knock out the $2,000 one, and then after that, pretty much, The $3,000 one, same thing. Now, let's say you were paying, I don't know, so let's say $140 on the $2,000 one, the interest. So now, instead of doing the $470 a month, let's say you put $540 a month in. So it's going to take you 4 months to pay that off. A little bit less time, actually, a little bit, about 4.5 months. But now you'll knock the other one out. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize about that. My math is wrong. I'm not really good at math. But anyway, you get my point, pretty much. The interest you're not paying on the other two that you were paying on, you add that onto the last credit card, and eventually it will knock itself out, and you will feel a lot better. And that's how you get out of credit card debt, pretty much. And as you slowly get out, too, as long as you haven't missed any payments and made the minimum on all three, your credit will start to go back up again. And that's your debt-to-income ratio, saying, well, your debt is getting lower, your income, you have more disposable cash, so we're going to give you a higher credit rate. And it happens. But I just wanted to touch on that briefly and just let everybody know that this is how you get out of credit card debt. Or debt of any kind, pretty much. You just have to wire your brain to pretty much say to yourself, I can do this, nobody's going to stop me. Period. Ever. Don't give up. But I hope everybody is living profitable. I hope nobody's getting themselves into that kind of debt unless, unfortunately, they cannot help it. Meaning, like, again, they're disabled. They have no other means of helping themselves, feeding themselves or their family. And that's horrible. I feel so bad for those people. I wish everybody wellness, and I wish everybody profitability. Nobody deserves to be in debt or enslaved to the banks or the big corporations in this world, ever. I don't care what your salary is. I don't care if you work at a body shop or you I don't know, work for the government in the NSA designing microchips for whatever they feel like building tomorrow in some factory. Nobody deserves to be in debt to the bank. Well, Blue Collar Nobody, signing out. Have a good day.